Hey, what's up, everybody? Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Thank you for tuning in one more time. And yes, it looks like I'm wearing the same shirt because this is the very same day where I have uploaded three videos. I uploaded two earlier today. This is my third one. And the timing between me finishing up a video all the way up until I finally upload the video on YouTube or on Facebook, it's almost immediately. Yeah, like as soon as I'm done with this, yeah, I basically just uploaded to YouTube right away, and from there I just transfer it to Facebook. So, anyways, um, there there's this subject that I want to talk about. Subject or topic, whatever you want. I don't know. I get my words, my meanings, and terminology mixed up. So please forgive me. And I got a cotton mouth. And I got a gout flare, which I'm recovering from right now. I'm like 50% good, but the other 50%, oh shit, it still hurts. I got a swollen left foot as I'm speaking right now, and I'm supposed to be laid up in the bed, which I was earlier today. I spent a few hours on the bed, and I just need to get up and move. I can't be like that. I just can't. No, I gotta do something, just a little something, just to get the blood pumping. So I think a lot about the what ifs. Like, what if I could turn back time? What if I could go back to when I was 18 years old? What if I can go back to when I was 17 and I only have about like 4 months left up until I become 18, a legal citizen, uh, you know, legal enough to move out and find his own place like I should have at first. So, at 18, without getting into too many details, I had a lot of issues. A lot. I was struggling not only to be my own adult for my own sake of survival, but I had so many questions and I felt like I was so lost in this world. It was, looking back at it now, it's depressing. Like I would literally go out of my way to help guide another person who was just as lost as I was, and I could see it in other people's faces, whether they know it or not. But I could see it. Um, so this was when this is this is around the time I found the urantia book, but I was also going through something internal, and I always felt like there was this supernatural character that was developing inside of me, and I had visions of anime characters like Goku and um any animated character that would take on a much stronger form to show their inner strength, right? So that's how I felt most of the times. I felt like I had something in me, but I just didn't know how to go about it. And being misled, misguided, confused, and wrongly influenced to carry myself as a fucking a thuggish, ruggish looking type of character, which really it didn't help me out a lot. And I actually ended up burning so many bridges. I was a weird guy. I really was, and it wasn't intentional. It was more like I didn't know what was okay and what was not. I spent so many years being me around other folks, and now those other folks are not talking to me because once I decided to figure out what is it that I like to do and indulge and that dive into those rabbit holes. Yeah, people started doing the people that I grew up with started doing their own things. All right, so whatever. Okay, right. So I'm not here to blame anybody. I'm just letting you know that I do think about wishing I could change things. I wish I was a more stable person. I wish I was a much better example. But for whatever reason that I went through what I went through, it just seems like it was inevitable. all the things that I have went through, like losing jobs, um, breaking away from relationships, friendships, uh, people in my life come and go. My life is a rapid fucking revolving door. I have gone through so many jobs, and my wife has known so many people because of all the places that I go to. If I bring up the name of this person, she'll be like, "Oh yeah, hey, you haven't mentioned about him in a long time. How's that person doing?" I'm like, "Oh, I don't know, shit. I don't even know if he's alive. I don't know." So, I've had so many great experiences going from job to job to job to job, and I felt like I've learned so much through them. But what I've struggled to do was to ad- implement and adapt the teachings of Jesus into my life. I didn't start doing that up until I was 28 years old, or I should say maybe 27. I think I was 27 years old when I I was applying for a FedEx office, not the driving position, and I knew that I was going to be working alongside with coworkers rather than being out by myself. So this is when I started implementing the teachings of Jesus, and one of the teachings that I work with that served me so well was Jesus. There was a paper dedicated to how Jesus was liked by his disciples and how he treated them. And so I took a lot of notes, and I was like, wow, like this makes more sense, because if I was one of those disciples, I could see how this would work out. So I started using some of the teachings from the Jesus papers. Now, after that, I could not deny the fact that there was something in me that felt like was talking to me, was constantly alerting me that this is working out, that I need to start learning more about Jesus, and I really need to start reading the Urantia book more. And at this point right now, see, that was 27. At 38, I'm going to tell you, one of my last divine interventions that really stood out to me was the fact that I was in a hotel room for during a job assignment. I was doing a shuttling service for 4 days, and I had to stay at a hotel because this was at a distant location. I couldn't just come back home. So being in a hotel afforded me the space and the time to meditate, say all the fuck shit that I normally say in my mind, and still entertaining the fuck Jesus thing. I hate Jesus. I hate you, Jesus. I fucking hate you, God. Blah blah blah. And then something spoke to me, and it was the same voice that I get from time to time when I think like that. And it's that same voice that tells me what I have read out the Urantia book that would shine light on Jesus. It's kind of like having a friend telling you, yeah, but don't you remember when James went out of his way to do this? Like, you don't remember when James had gone through something similar like you? Like, you don't think Peter also thinks about you the same way? Like, you don't think he had already been through this process, and you're criticizing him, bro? Like, that's the kind of um action I was getting from this unknown entity, which I come to find out that I think that was the spirit of truth talking to me. Now I went back to the Urantia book, and I was reading up on the spirit of truth. Like, describe to me, how can I tell this is the spirit of truth? And I come to find out that almost every time that I was on the hate train about Jesus and cussing out God and everything and everybody, but mostly Jesus, mainly Jesus, And I come to find out that my spirit of truth was right here the entire time, just talking to me, listening to me. What a great fucking experience. I'm getting goosebumps right now. What a great fucking experience to know that I have the spirit of the truth right next to me, talking to me. And I had figured him out when I was in that hotel. I was just like, I got up from the chair and I was like, get the fuck out of here. You're here with me. Because I heard it. I heard him. I heard him. I swear to God, I heard him. And that turned things around for me. Because now, not only was I devoted to just sticking with the Urantia book, contrary to the fact that I was still doubting Jesus, I was still taking it out on him. Actually, I just it was a slow progress for me to like grow into liking him. But after that encounter, once I found out that that was the spirit of truth talking to me when I was in that hotel room, and he was telling me that Jesus had already went through all this. So what makes you think that he doesn't understand what you're going through? See, like that's the message that I got from the Holy Spirit, and I was like, not the Holy Spirit. I'm sorry, the Spirit of Truth, and that's what did it for me. And I started reading the Urantia book even more and more and more, and I started catching more little things here and there, like why do you get this urge to worship from time to time? Like where does that come from? What do your angels do? Okay, like I'm revisiting all these things because now I'm interested, like what's really going on, and how do these things work, and how can I allow them to work at their maximum potential? Like what can I do? And it says in the Urantia book that they they work at their best capacity when you're at your best thinking, when you are at your best, whatever that may be. But I also like to think of it just to not to exert myself, because especially with my pain, um, I take a couple of steps back. I just say, all right, whatever happens today, let it be. Just let it be. Um, the least thing and the best thing that I can do is just commune with God and talk to Him. He's in charge of everything. Don't feel like He's judging you. He's not judging you. He's with you this entire time. He knows exactly what you were just thinking earlier today, and you thought that He didn't catch that. So it's all right. Like He knows what you're thinking. He's everywhere. He is everywhere. He is a part of me. He is a part of you. So just don't act like He didn't see everything, and He wasn't judging you when you thought of those things. He was just trying to let you know that He's also seeing what you're thinking about, and He's telling you not to think about those things for the right reasons. You just It's just for the respect of others. You don't want to act out on your bad thoughts. Wow, I'm just letting go a lot right now. Um, this has actually very been this has been benefiting me a lot more, and I'm happy to be in a position that I am right now. Um, I'm very glad that I I've been able to rely my faith and the future in God's hands, even when certain things don't really make any sense from at first sight. But hindsight is always 2020, and I do regret getting in the way of His plans when I would drink, when I let my overthinking override His will, when I get into arguments with people, especially with my wife, when I start getting suspicious of evil activity, fake evil activity, when I mean, just you get the point, right? So, um, yeah, I kind of lost myself on that one. Brain farts. So yeah, it does feel like I am experiencing a different life. I do. I still feel like I am the same person, but in a better light. And the more I keep believing in the fact that I have these spiritual forces around me and always watching me and always working not just with me but through me, then I have to be more happy about the fact that I could just let go and just trust divine forces to do what is best. Um, I mean, God appoints these angelic beings to me to do what's best. Like I don't know what else how else to say it. So why not celebrate? Why not spend this day just feeling happy for knowing that there is a plan for you, knowing that you were born for a real reason. Um yeah, so let me stop right here. Oh, these long videos can kill any one of us. All right, guys. Thank you for watching my video. I appreciate it. I still don't know how to title it, but whatever it is, I'll do it just to get your attention. But you guys have a good day. I may post up one more video, and that'll be it. Thank you. Bye bye.